Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo, stuck in traffic as I usually am. This is Chicago after all, so rush hour starts at 6 a.m. and ends at 11 a.m. And then the afternoon rush hour starts at 11:01 a.m. to about 7 p.m. So that's why you usually see me in traffic on these videos. But anyway, the topic today is taking a dog bite case from rejected and a zero offer to $1 million offer. So, first thing I want to tell you is, listen, when I tell you some success stories, the thing you have to remember is every case is different, and some cases are just not ever going to be $1 million case. They're never going to be a big case, right? So I'll give you for example, I got a lady in a car crash case, very nice lady, was in therapy for a pretty long period of time. Her medical bills are non-trivial. That means they're over $20,000 before she was finally better and discharged. But she saw an orthopedic doctor and got MRIs of the affected parts of the body, and they were normal. So they didn't show any herniated disc, bulging disc, nerve compression, spinal cord compression. The neural foramen wasn't compressed. The nerve canal was open. Nothing was irritating the nerve. So it was a muscular injury. And she said she wanted $75,000 in her pocket. And I told her, listen, I'm a very good lawyer, and part of that means I know what these cases go for. You have what is called a muscle injury, a soft tissue injury. It was a bad one. It lingered for a long time, and I have no doubt that it caused you a lot of pain. But a case like this, you're never putting $75,000 in your pocket. It's just never going to happen. We could try the case 100 times, and not once in 100 times are we going to get enough money to put $75,000 in your pocket. So, end of commercial. So in the case we're talking about here, I got a call from a lady whose daughter got bit by a dog, and it was a crush injury. The dog bit her, shook her, wouldn't let her go. The owners of the dog, well, the presumable owners of the dog, eventually got the dog to let go, taken by ambulance to the hospital. And that's when, a little bit after that, that's when the client contacted me. She was evidently talking to a homeowner's insurance policy in that dog bite case, and they told her, listen, we believe your daughter was agitating the dog, and we also, we don't think our insureds were the owners of the dog. We don't know the names of the owners of the dog. And therefore, the insurance coverage isn't going to apply anyway, so you can forget about it. We're never going to pay a penny. We're never offering you a penny in this case. That's what they told her. Luckily, she had seen some of my videos on YouTube, and she gave me a call. So, I told her, listen, if what the insurance company told you is true, we're going to have a real fight on our hands, okay? But your daughter has a pretty serious injury, and it probably is going to be a permanent injury that's really going to have an effect on her for the rest of her life. And therefore, it makes sense for us to really fight it. So she was skeptical and hesitant, and she's like, well, if they said no, I don't want to waste your time. I told her, listen, you're not wasting my time. This is what I do for a living. Nobody's going to find the correct dog owners and the insurance and be able to fight with the insurance on coverage and fight the injury case and build a strong, clean, persuasive injury case better than me. Now look, there's thousands of great lawyers out there, and there's, tens or hundreds of thousands of lawyers out there who I wouldn't say, between you, me, and the fence post, I might not say they're great. But there's thousands of great lawyers out there who probably do about as good a job as I would. I'm a little egotistical, so of course I think I would do the best job. But you need a lawyer in those circumstances, and any lawyer worth his or her salt who hears that story is going to tell you you can't give up on your daughter in a situation like this. You've got to let me investigate this and handle it for you. So that's what I told her, and she reluctantly agreed. And look, I'm going to fast forward about almost 12 months. Uh, we got her $1 million. We got the daughter $1 million. It's not finalized yet, but it certainly looks like we're getting the $1 million on this one based on all indications. Okay. If it doesn't settle for $1 million, my guess is it's going to settle. They're going to want some discount off the policy so they can justify to their board of directors that that the case, they settled within policy limits. I've got a way to fight against that too. When they're asking for a discount, here's what I do. I do an asset search on the property owners. Do they own a boat or an airplane? Are they a lawyer or a doctor? Do they own a bunch of fancy luxury vehicles? Do they own a corporation? I have access to a database that only private investigators and lawyers are allowed to be members of. And it costs me money per search. But I do it because in certain situations where an insurance policy is really low, or a situation like this or something similar, it's invaluable for me to be able to find out, okay, so you have X number of dollars in insurance, but how much do you have access to that? That's what I want to know. So, that's the name of the game on that. So we basically took a case that was a zero offer. They were BSing this lady, right? And it happens all the time. Insurance companies BS people all the time. When you're not represented, they send you on a wild goose chase. And if you don't come back with all the papers they want, they tell you they can't make an offer. When you do bring them all the papers they want, there's more things they make you go run and get. Because their goal with an unrepresented person is to demoralize you and get you to give up, right? And this lady almost gave up, but like I said, she saw my video, she called me for a free consultation, and boy, am I glad that she did. So it's looking like it's gonna be a happy outcome for this young lady and her family, or a happy outcome would be if I had a magic wand so this kid never got bit, never went through that experience, never had that trauma, and was just normal and healthy with no scars, right? But I didn't go to Hogwarts. I don't have a magic wand. All I do is have a antique gavel that a friend of mine bought me when I graduated law school. And I can wave it as much as I want, but magic doesn't come out of it. But sometimes, out of the strategies and hard work I put into the cases, it feels like magic. We can take a case that is a zero and really get a great outcome for somebody. Now listen, would we be getting this offer if this young lady didn't have serious injuries? No, we wouldn't. If there was no insurance, could I make somebody pay $1 million? Probably not, you know. But on the other hand, did I develop facts and develop evidence and consult with experts to put the case together in such a way that we made it as bulletproof and airtight as possible to get the best outcome from the lady? Absolutely. And that's what I do for people, but I do it in an honest way. If you bring me a case with challenges, I'm not some guy who's going to tell you, oh, I'm going to get you $1 million on your case. Oh, you're going to be rich. I don't do that. If I see problems with your case, I tell you what the problems are. And I tell you how I'm going to go about trying to fix them. And usually I can, or I can at least improve them and get a good result for people. So I'm not a magician. I'm a very experienced, hardworking lawyer who loves to represent people and help them out on their cases. So this was a happy ending. Doesn't necessarily mean your case is going to be a happy ending, but there's a real good way to find out. You can always call me. It's always free to talk to me about a case. Anytime, day or night, you can call for a free consultation. 312-500-4500. That's 312-500-4500. So you can reach me anytime, night or day. You tell me what happened. You tell me what your questions are. I ask you questions. I answer your questions. And I tell you what I think our next step should be. No hard sell. I don't sell people. I don't persuade people. I don't sell my clients a line of BS. We talk. I tell you the way it is, and ultimately you and I come together, kind of make a decision together on what the next steps are. So I do represent people for a living. That's how I make my money. I don't make any money off YouTube. So if you or a loved one or anyone you know needs an injury lawyer, I sure would appreciate the referral. I promise I'll do a great job on the case for you. But maybe you're not ready to talk to a lawyer and you're curious about, do I have a good case or a bad case? Or maybe you're curious about what's the ultimate settlement value for a case like mine? But you don't want to talk to a lawyer. I got you covered. Okay. I built two really awesome tools. One is called the Case Cash Calculator. It tells you what your case might be worth. The other one is called the Good Case Calculator. Do I have a good case? Or might I have a case with some serious challenges, right? And if you've watched some of my other videos, you know that one of the most important things you can do in an injury case is know what the problems are. Because if you first discover the problems when you're arguing in front of a judge or an arbitrator or a jury, you lost the case. You got to know those problems as far ahead in advance so you can manage them, fix them, or improve them. Um, Cool thing is, these tools are on my website, links in the description. They're completely free. Literally takes you 20 seconds to answer 7 multiple choice questions. Now they're different in the different calculators because it's requesting different information. Takes you 20 seconds, you answer them off the top of your head, no research necessary. And in 20 seconds flat, for free, you get customized information about your particular injury case situation. All for free, 20 seconds flat, no lawyer to talk to, no obligation. How can you beat that? And I'm going to tell you, I get a lot of positive feedback, getting a ton of people telling me, thank you so much. This was a great tool. It really helped me. I really appreciate it. So I know people love them and they're using them more and more. So they're free to use on the website, links in the description. If you enjoy my videos, please consider subscribing and hit the bell icon so you get notified when I release a new video. And give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, or if you hated it, give me a thumbs down. Finally, the last thing is, if you wouldn't mind giving me a 5-star review on Google, it would really help me out. Very competitive market. Injury is very competitive market. And this is, after all, how I make a living. So more positive reviews, more 5-star reviews on Google helps people understand that with me, what you see is what you get, and there's no bullshit. What I tell you, my word is my bond. So I'm not like, some other experiences or other lawyers you may have spoken with. What you see is what you get. I tell you the way it is. It's your case. I don't tell you what to do. I tell you what I think you should do. I give you the benefit of my knowledge and experience, but it's your case, okay? And I always treat my clients with respect. So, and, I actually work on your cases. There's a lot of law firms out there where it's like non-lawyer case managers. You never actually talk to a lawyer. So, anyway, if you wouldn't mind giving me a 5-star review on Google, takes you 5 or 10 seconds, but it is something that I will always appreciate and remember and thank you for forever, because it's a very kind thing to do. Would really help me out. Link in the description takes you right there on your phone, tablet, or PC. Click 5 stars, say a kind word, click submit. You have my undying gratitude. So if you're cool with doing it, I'd really appreciate it. If you're not cool with doing it, that's okay. We're still friends. My YouTube channel has well over 200 injury videos that explain every aspect of personal injury, whether it's a work injury, car crash, motorcycle, truck, bus accident, bar fight, dog bite, nursing home abuse, medical malpractice, whatever it is, there's videos on there for you. The ideal thing, of course, though, if you have questions or you have a case that you have questions about, is to just call me. And if you know anybody who needs a lawyer, please refer them my way. That number is 312 500 4500. Last thing I'll say is, if you have questions that you'd like to hear answered in a video, leave them in the comments section below. I read the comments all the time, at least several times a week, and I'll shoot you a video answering your questions. So that's about it. I hope you and your family are doing well. I hope this traffic speeds up pretty soon. It's not that bad, though. Thank you so much for watching and being a subscriber and using my tools and sharing my information with people who really need it. That's really my goal. So anything I can do for you, give me a holler. Otherwise, have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.